What's up guys, and welcome back to another Tales of Berseria playthrough video. And in the last part we end up clearing this temple and getting another theory under the belt with Kamawana. So now we're going to make our way out, but I know we just leveled up, so I was level like 26 in that fight, so 7, 8, 9, 3, 1, so I was like 5 levels behind, and it still felt like, I don't know, it just still felt crazy. Like that was hitting, she was hitting hard. A bunch of these enemies here were hitting hard. I don't know. It's probably getting to the point now where I'm probably gonna have to start leveling up. Leveling up equipment. Or, you know, maybe it was just like, this was just like, you know, this dungeon thing, you know. Maybe, you know, I'm still good, but it was just this dungeon. I don't know, but we'll end up seeing. Probably at the end, though, for sure, once I start getting really close to the end, I'm definitely going to end up upgrading. Because we're going to need it. You'll probably also tell by my save slot. I am recording this immediately after the last one. So, also this changed.
The malevolence is getting stronger.
My. The effects are already starting to show.
So I'm assuming the malevolence here is doing that because now that we've taken out the Therian, she's not kind of doing her job as a Therian and absorbing it. So I'm assuming that's why all this is, you know, here. Looks like all the regular enemies are gone too. It's only just that Abbey member. Oh, it's happening out here too. Okay, that's bad. Save again. I think there was a cat's chest back here. I can't really remember. I think there was somewhere that I couldn't open. But it's whatever. I'm not gonna really worry about the cat's chest. I'm just gonna, you know, continue to open ones that I can as the game progresses. Eventually, I'll probably come back and open them if I need them, because there is something in like the end of the game that you know, they are there for. I think Tales of Graces now that the Tales of Graces F they're remastering. I think that's got a release date up in January, I think. I think they posted the release date for that, so that's definitely going to be something I end up picking up, because that's been one I've wanted to try. I was originally going to get it on PS3 back whenever I got my PS3, but I never got around to doing it, so. Another game I really want to see like a remaster or like possibly just a port is Final Fantasy 13 series, man. I really enjoyed that one, considering I think we have all the RPG Final Fantasy games, which I think the RPG games stop at like 8, 7 or 8. I think we have all of them except for we've got 10 and 10-2. Yeah, I think the only one we're missing to like be able to play on like PS4 and PS5 is 13. because 11 is that MMO, I believe, and then Final Fantasy 12. I don't even know which one that one is. Is that Zodiac Age? I don't know. But 13, I really want to see, man. I really want to see it because I've only beaten the first part of it on PS3, but I haven't, beaten the other two games. But I would love to see them come back. 13 has all like been my favorite, like especially character-wise. Lightning especially, all-time favorite for Final Fantasy.
Grim, what's up? Did you come to share something else you found in that book?
Not quite. I'm afraid the malevolence has grown too dense for me to hole up at the inn reading.
Malevolence?
The hell? What's that coming out of their bodies?
Malevolence. They're all hitting their limits.
Demon Blight!
So now you're seeing that people can
Even
actually
the
turn into
Inn-Girl.
demons
Why is this happening?
They're demons now.
from the malevolence.
Their malevolence is spilling over.
The malevolence. All of that energy spilling from their bodies? That's what causes the Demon Blight?
Do you know what Demon Blight really is? What demons are?
They couldn't have gotten far. Track them down at all costs.
We'll talk later. The exorcists are going to have their hands full with these demons. Let's get back to the ship while we can.
Look at Rokuro, he's carrying Grim. Yeah, so just from that temple alone, dude, like since we've gotten Aetherian, it's spread like already this much. So pretty wild. Go ahead and pick up as many souls as I can on the way back, because I think there was still a chest that I missed up in the village. Pretty sure I probably won't have enough for it though, if there is still one there. But you definitely see the effects of what happens if you remove Aetherian from that spot. And also you can see that the malevolence is what is causing the demon blight, and people are turning into demons. Because I think originally they were saying, demons just appeared, on that Scarlet Night or whatever. But really, it's humans. These snake ones, man. I hate these fast enemies because it just makes me cringe when they're like just right up on behind me. Go ahead and save once again. Also, manga-wise, I recently finished the first part of Tokyo Ghoul, so now I'm reading Tokyo Ghoul Ari. And, the first part of Tokyo Ghoul is amazing. Like I said, I really recommend reading Tokyo Ghoul because it's completely different. It's like a Kame ga Kill. It's just completely different. Well worth the read. Awesome differences. And it's like, I appreciate the anime because obviously it animated the manga. but the anime kind of stays semi-faithful, but it does its own thing. Like, the things are different, but they still kind of segue into the same thing in a way. But they're definitely different. You just kind of get more with characters compared to the anime, you know, like Hinami especially. Like, in the anime, you really don't get anything with Hinami till, like, technically RE, really. But still, you don't really get much with her. But it's been a nice read for sure so far. RE has like 16 volumes, and then I still got two of the other novels to read for it, and then technically the other one of the other ones that has like Arima's backstory. So, but yeah, really enjoying that. Yeah, there's that cat box I saw on the map. Most likely don't have enough souls for it though, so. But you can see the Malevolence has not reached here yet. It's literally right outside the gate of this place, so it's close. Okay, I got enough. I think that's every cat box. I think. Is there a staircase over here? No. Right there.
Where are we going? Where's my mom?
Love Kamawana's 2D art
Kamoana,
too.
your mother is still far away.
Then I need to wait for her at home. Let's go back to Haria.
Scary demons are running through the village. It's too dangerous there now.
But I want to see my mom.
Your mom would be sad if you got hurt by a demon. Come with us, and we'll keep you safe until she comes back.
Okay, I'll go with you. I wouldn't want Mom to be sad.
I love that voice they use for Kamoana too. It's like a raspy, low tone voice. I don't know if that's the voice actor's natural voice or what, but I like it. If it's not her natural voice, I'm wondering how she's pulling it off, because it seems like it's probably hard to do.
All right. You're going to tell me about the demon blight and malevolence. Are you seriously thinking of breaking the Moloch taboo?
That depends.
Moloch taboo? This is about more than just the demons. You could say it's the truth behind how this world really works. The knowledge can be devastating to humans, throwing into question everything they think they know. And so the Malachim agreed to withhold it from humans, for their own protection.
Do you still want to know?
Yes, of course.
It's not like I'm a human anymore.
I can't keep lying to myself. I can't go on unless I know the truth.
You asked for it. First of all, this illness you call Demon Blight does not exist. Any human carries the potential of becoming a demon. All it takes is for the malevolence lurking in their heart to overflow.
And what exactly is this malevolence?
Impure emotions beyond what reason can suppress. Think of it as the sin buried in men's souls.
So you knew.
I'm a witch.
I'm a witch.
So malevolence is the darkness in all our hearts. Make any sense to you guys? Any at all?
when you put it like that, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
By nature, humans are incited by negative energy. It is easy to turn them towards impurity, creating malevolence. In fact, most people are constantly generating malevolence.
It might even be possible that demons are people's true
Seems very
selves,
hard to
and what little
avoid.
reason they possess is all that keeps them in human form.
If the masses realize this, the realm would be thrown into utter chaos. That's why the Abbey propagates the lie of demon blight.
So I presume.
That can't be true! You know yourselves there weren't any demons before the opening!
It used to be that humans couldn't see demons, or Malachim. Not unless they possessed a unique spiritual talent we call resonance.
All your average human would see was someone turning extremely violent. Unable to explain what was happening, they'd just call those people possessed or feral.
Then what made people see them all of a sudden?
I don't know. My guess would be that something triggered greater resonance among all of humanity. And then, on the day of the Advent, all humans gained the ability to perceive Malachim. And in the following days, the exorcist numbers swelled.
This has to be Artorias' doing.
But if there's no sickness, why would an entire village turn into demons at the same time?
8-headed is the lord of the land, with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Humans produce malevolence, which Therians consume and transmit to Innominat. But when we removed Kamawana from the Earth Pulse point...
Clever boy. That's right. With no Therian to absorb their malevolence, the villagers could no longer contain it.
So you're saying it's all my fault?
Hey, what's going on? You all look so sad. It's scaring me.
On the other hand, at least now we know we can trust the contents of that ancient book. We tear the Therians away from their Earth Pulse points. Innominat's power will wane, and will prevent this awakening.
But if we take away the Therians, then more and more humans will turn into demons.
It's the only way to kill Artorias.
Ooh, the knives come out.
Sacrificing everybody just for the revenge.
So even the truth won't stop you. Very well.
Rokuro, you're forgetting Grim.
Since
Go
each
grab
Therian
Grim.
looks different, we'll only find them by capturing the Earth Pulse points one by one.
What separates humans and demons?
That's Eleanor.
Cheer up, Eleanor. Your mommy's looking over you too, you know.
Yeah, so she is. Thank you, Kamawana.
Grimoire, I want you to tell me more about what you said earlier. About malevolence? I told you, the subject is taboo. I understand that human emotions create a poison called malevolence that turns people into demons. Is there no way to stop malevolence from being created? As long as humans remain human, no. Malevolence is born of emotion, you see. But your kind must have found a way around it. Malachim experience emotions too. But Malachim do not produce malevolence, unlike humans. That's a lie. I've watched a Malak turn into a demon. That only happens when we are exposed to too much external malevolence. True. The island was full of prisoners and demons. And Melchior hit that Malak with something that turned it into a wyvern. Was it malevolence? To Malachim, malevolence is a powerful toxin. We seek those of purity to serve as vessels to protect us from it. It is not a perfect solution, however.
If the vessel is corrupted, the Moloch is as well.
That is correct.
So if Eleanor turns into a demon, then Laphicet... That must be what Eisen meant when he said he'd hate to see Laphicet's vessel broken.
A small crack in one's soul is often all it takes to break a person apart. So try not to pick on our squeaky clean exorcist too much,
Thanks for the warning.
Yep, so now with the truth, you can see, like, it's very hard to avoid these demons and stuff, because it's humans. It's just the, you know, like they said, the sin, just extremely strong. And once it gets out of hand, they just transform. What do you have to say, Pirate?
So I rescued this poacher who'd run away from one of those Class 4 islands, right? She mentioned something about being hired by some chef to go hunt a rare wolf on the island. But she didn't see a single blasted critter on that island, let alone any rare wolf. Place was empty.
Then why did she run away?
Even though she never saw nothing, she kept hearing some beast howling round the island. Freaked her right out, I tell ya. When she got back to her boat, her food had been pilfered, and her ship was scratched up to hell. She got out of there as quick as she could, but her ship sunk soon as she hit open water.
Sounds like whatever's there is as smart and manipulative as it is vicious.
Sounds like. Later I heard some talk about how several exorcists had gotten killed on that island. If you plan on going, you'd best be very cautious.
We now go to a new Class 4 administration zone, so nice. We'll probably go hit that up.
Sir, we just received a Sylph J from the boss of the Bloodwings. She has a job for us and wants us to meet her in Logres. How should we respond?
Let's do it. Besides, we need to see if that demon in the villa was actually a Therian.
Good point. And the Bloodwings might know something about the other Therians, too. We're heading for Logres. Prepare to set sail.
Ready anytime.
Okay, so we're going back to the capital. Haven't been there since after we, you know, got the key to go into that temple that Artorias has for a Nominat. And whenever we went through that Earth Pulse. But we're gonna go to this class for the Beast Quarter. So let's do this island. Let's see, anything around here? Maybe a soul, maybe a gather point, maybe a chest. Well, not a chest, because it would show up at the top, but I guess nothing around here. So since this is like the Beast Island, I mostly would be fighting beast type enemies, but here's a cat box. Don't have enough for that though, sadly. So you can see wolf statues there. Let's go ahead and challenge it.
Right then, let's finish this. Here it comes.
See this?
Really easy once you can hit like loads of damage on them and also just hit their weakness. It's awesome. I must have 1,000 it right there. I saw like an 844. Oh, Magilu's dead? Wow. How did she die on this? Come on, Magilu. Probably at some point too, I will like set these characters up for like their arts and their roles, because that's definitely going to be something I'm going to need later. I think there was a Google spreadsheet or a doc that I had from years ago, and it, like, you know, detailed like equipment and like a build for the characters. Either it was a document or it might have been a thread I was reading online, and I probably screenshotted it. It's probably long lost by now, because I think whenever I did that, that was on my other phone, which I'm pretty sure I still don't have that. Like, at least the picture I don't have. The old phone I still got, but picture-wise, if it was from a thread, I most likely do not have that. I'll have to check that doc, though, because I know for sure I've got one that has equipment. Also, man, dude, it feels like we've been fighting forever. Are we still not done? Like, wow. Even though I have, like, the best advantage here. Okay, there we go.
Put up some fight, okay?
Kinda sucks we don't get XP from this, but okay. We at least got a new pair of boots. And expedition returned. Recipe.
Scout ship set.
Now, since we did that, I actually... Oh, I can't go back there. So after you leave Yassault, you cannot go back there. Dang. Alright, we're going back to Logris.
I lost my mother to a demon. Yet that girl's a Therian. I don't even know what I want anymore.
Hey, that's pretty.
You like to look at that thing, don't you?
Yes, my mother... Someone very important to me gave me this. I treasure it a lot. Looking at it gives me strength. Do you want to see it?
Yeah!
What's wrong?
My face! It's scary! I don't want to look like that! I don't want my mommy to hate me! Mommy! Mommy!
When I was her age, that's just how I cried. Come, Moana, I want you to see this.
That huge owie. What happened?
It's big
One of the
and ugly,
rare
isn't
art
it?
images we
There are
get
scary
to see in
things
this
about
game.
my body too.
Tails really need to get more
But
art and
do you
like
think I'm scary,
cutscenes, man.
Kamoana?
No, not at all. But are you all right? Does that hurt?
Thanks, sweetie. I'm all right, I promise.
What about me? Do you think I'm scary?
You're such a sweetheart, Kamoana. Nobody could ever be scared of you. Not me, not your mother, not Laphicet. You don't have to cry anymore. It'll be okay. I promise.
Okay.
That scar, was it from a demon?
Yeah. They attacked my village when I was a girl. I was so hurt I couldn't move. But my mother lured them away from me so I could survive.
What happened to her?
The last thing she said to me was, "Stay strong and keep living."
Oh.
Come to the deck. Grimoire says she's learned something from the book. Hey, why's your face so red?
It's nothing.
Somehow, I doubt that.
It's nothing, I swear.
He got a look from Magulu and Eleanor now.
Do you all remember the second verse of that song Laphicet read earlier?
4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therian shall be forever reborn in sight of the full crimson moon.
Right. That's what I've gathered you all here to discuss.
And we think that passage means that Innominat and the Therians will be revived by a chosen one, right?
Yes, but the shall be forever reborn part kept bothering me. I've reconsidered my analysis. Suppose that instead of someone being chosen by Innominat to create Therians, the song means that Innominat chooses who becomes Therians. But so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn. What do you think that could mean?
That someone receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as a Therian.
Like Kamoana.
Which is to say that the Abbey figured out how to turn people into Therians, and then got right to work.
That's...
Are you really that surprised? Artorias has always been one to prioritize the many over the individual, as I well know.
Another thing to consider is this wording about Therians being forever reborn. This could mean that one Therian will be reborn again and again, or it could mean that different Therians will be born to take their place.
Meaning that even if you kill one, there are more waiting in line. They can't be wiped out.
Looks like prioritizing the one over the many was the right call this time. Eh, Velvet?
I never said I wouldn't kill her, if it would prevent Innominat's reawakening. But Therians can't be killed. Not truly.
So, in a nutshell, if you kill one, another person who's receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as one.
Right. But the song says that 7 mouths feed the body, so there's only so many around.
If you don't kill them, the next ones won't be born.
Exactly. So we remove the 7 Therians from their Earth Pulse points instead. But then, we also have to protect them so the Abbey doesn't steal them back. Or kill them.
Sounds tricky.
We've got to protect my bug, too.
Yeah, you take
The
real good
bug.
care of that thing now. Got it?
You bet I will.
In that case, we should probably work on securing a proper hideout for ourselves. You got a secret base or anything, Eisen?
It's every man's fantasy, but sadly, I don't.
We need a hard-to-find spot. One where we can guarantee a steady supply of malevolence for the Therians.
Somewhere devoid of people but full of malevolence. Real poser you got there.
With the Abbey in control of the entire continent, finding a place like that will be easier said than done.
Meanwhile, Innominat's reawakening draws ever closer. We'll have to keep collecting our Therians while we search for a hideout. For now, let's just get to Logris.
And we're back,
Hey,
dude.
old
It's been
man!
so long.
Give me all the water and food you got! Wait your turn, moron! I was drifting out at sea for 3 days! Almost died out there! Poor you. You probably deserved it.
Say that again, wise ass. I dare ya.
Ah, shut up, both of ya. No one's getting anything until you pay me what you owe first.
Are they gonna be okay?
Don't pay them any mind. Sailors are just a short-tempered bunch, that's all.
Huh? The hell are you doing?
What's going on?
They've jacked up the price to dock our ship here.
Oh yeah? Some real balls you've got there, buddy.
If you lot want to moor here, that's the price you're gonna pay. Look, pirates are a liability to begin with, but calling your crew infamous these days would be putting it lightly. The more wanted you are, the more it's gonna cost to hide you. Capiche?
Hard to argue there. Benwick, just pay the man what he wants.
Yes, sir. You're such pushovers. You and the captain both.
I knew I could count on you to come through, Eisen. Pleasure doing business with you.
So two-faced, man.
Looks like I'm
bet I
causing
don't
you
hate
trouble.
It comes with the job. Don't sweat it. Some sailors just have longer tempers than others.
Noted.
Check out
The
this
map's
outfit for
getting
Eleanor.
filled
We'll check
in
that
little
out.
by little.
There's still a long way to go. It's a big world out there.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot can happen on the waves. The far seas are unexplored territory for a reason.
I'd imagine so. The seasons and the weather can change the sea completely.
Oh. Do I sense a budding interest in the sea?
Think you're feeling less apathetic about it now?
I wouldn't say that. I was just reminded of something someone once said to me.
Okay, so let's see. Also, another thing I want to point out is we're only 20 hours into the game. It feels like I'm way more hours into this game, but it's only been 20 hours of playtime, which is crazy. This is probably the furthest I've gotten in this game in such a little amount of time. I imagine probably at the end I'll have about 50 hours, probably. Expedition's not back. Oh yeah, jacket list, let's see. So that's what it looks like. It's a bit too white for me, you know? Not a bad outfit, but the coloring, it's just, it's way too white and bright, so. Let me check out the code red. Yeah, you. So receive 7,700 for completing 2 code red hunt in addition to flesh rending star. Oh, that's cool. I'd never, since we were fighting it, I didn't even notice it's like, you know, at the bottom of its legs it had those stars. Okay, yeah, so that's all the code reds we can do at this moment. Let's go check out these little point. Most likely cannot open this. Oh, nope, can, okay.
Just when are we gonna be allowed free access through Vortigern? Having to go all the way around it every time is far too inconvenient. If they insist on building a big gate over the sea, the least they can do is let honest folk through it.
I get why you're upset, but maybe they just haven't been able to devote the resources to fix it after those savage demons wrecked the place. Look, those demons who attacked Helaves are still on the loose, aren't they?
Yep. Standing right here.
From what I heard, the demons who wrecked Vortigern were the same ones that killed the High Priest.
What? No way. Wait a minute. The High Priest was killed?
Yeah. The official story is that he's injured or sick or something, but I heard differently.
Then no wonder they haven't had time for Vortigern. I hope the Abbey finds those demons quick. Those monsters need to pay for what they did.
Looks like our infamy is growing by the day.
Maybe they've even put a bounty on us by now.
They keep embellishing our escapades, though. I'm honestly a little hurt they're calling us monsters.
The more they embellish, the easier it is for us to get around. Confusion and panic will only help us.
True.
everything's all fixed up. Now to polish this ship from top to bottom.
You really throw your back into your work, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? The Von Eltia is our pride and joy, our weapon. And most importantly, our home.
I'm sure you've heard this before, but she's one odd-looking ship.
The Von Eltia was built by the Kingdom 12 years ago, using the very best technology available. She was designed for search and seizure operations on the high seas. Apparently, her unusual design comes from an engineer who is familiar with technology from the far continent.
But on her maiden voyage, a string of mysterious accidents took the lives of the captain, then the second, and then the third in command. People thought the ship was bad luck. She was about to be scrapped when Captain Eyfried came and snatched her for himself.
If the ship was bad luck, why did Eyfried want it?
Well, I'm sure part of it was that he wanted a sturdy ship, capable of reaching the far continent. But when I asked him why, he said, "She looks interesting."
She's too interesting if you ask me.
Interesting.
We've been chased by storms, struck by icebergs, attacked by a giant whale. You name it.
3 years ago when the first mate arrived, it all made sense. To think we'd been haunted by a Reaper the whole time.
Oh, come on. Don't go blaming the captain and the first mate for every bad thing that happens. I bet you're all just frustrated because you're forced to go where they tell you.
None of us are forced to be here. We're here because we choose to be here. And we do so fully knowing what sort of men the captain and the first mate are.
Anyone can leave the crew whenever they like. We're free pirates, each of us, here because we want to be. Some of us love adventure, some are looking to test their fate, and some are just searching for a good place to die. We're a ragtag bunch of rogues, that's for sure. But not a one of us has died carrying regret or resentment.
So we're glad to help out you and yours. But you'd best not forget what we stand for.
I won't.
They're quite the crew, aren't they?
Were all those accidents truly caused by your power?
Yeah. I've been searching far and wide for a way to lift the Reaper's curse. But when I couldn't find a single thread to follow on this continent, I turned my eyes to the other side of the ocean.
And that's why you boarded this ship.
And a fine ship she is. The Von Eltia was built from 1,000-year-old wood, you know. Before I found my coin, she was my vessel. But then the accidents came.
And then Eyfried stole the ship. Did he know you were on board?
Definitely. He had pretty solid resonance going for him. Although at first, I think he assumed I was just a dour-eyed lubber worthy of little notice.
I suppose being a Reaper tends to take its toll like that.
No argument there. But still, whether they could see me or not, they didn't act any differently at all. I fought my damn curse with everything I had. And Eyfried and his crew fought right along with me. Hell, we even finally made it to the far continent.
And you didn't find anything there? To help with your curse?
I didn't even look.
But that's why you went there, isn't it?
Eventually, I just got tired of fighting back. The crew, they taught me how to feel alive. And the joy of pursuing my dreams alongside good friends.
So nice little backstory on Eisen, the crew, and the ship. And right there at the end, you know, whenever he just said he just stopped fighting back, you know, he realized there was just more that he can be enjoying rather than just worrying about that one singular thing. And that right there really hit Velvet, because, you know, right now she's just only going pure for revenge. Nothing else is, you know, mattering to her. She's not living, you know. Velvet hasn't lived since that day that her brother was sacrificed. So I think we gotta go this way, it looks like. Yeah, looks like this way. I could just use probably like that teleport bottle or whatever, but I'll just do this. Why not? Okay, yeah, figured there'd be something over here.
Man, I heard that the merchants in Port Renede are making a killing now that the sea gate is shut tight.
No. Nothing compared to a merchant like you.
There are people profiting from this?
What are you talking about? Anyone who wants to head to North Gan has to sail around West Gan now. And those ships need to put into Port Renede for supplies.
That is true. Still, it's only until Vortigern is repaired.
Your friends in Renede wouldn't happen to be paying off the Abbey to delay repairs, would they?
You think that'd work on the Abbey? They're not as lax as the church was.
So that's it. You're in cahoots with the church.
Hey, relax. I'm just saying, there's a lot of nasty rumors circulating about those priests.
So not everyone's been hurt by Vortigern's closure. Interesting.
There's a front and back to every coin.
Except your coin only ever turns up tails.
So even in this distress, you know, people are profiting off of it and thriving off of it. Oh, chest. Tarnished earrings. That was probably good way back then or whatever, but not anymore.
The Bloodwing butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere
Yes.
information?
Yes.
He was bad,
Information
though.
on the shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
You're right. The incident with the nectar was the church's failing. And it seems that the Bloodwing Butterfly Network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up? Dove mimicry? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Good job, Luffy said.
There was a dove near
You
the
kept
dock
quiet.
checkpoint. That's all.
Huh?
Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo!
A black, full-chested dove?
Cuckoo.
Is that some sort of underworld code word?
Cuckoo.
Here we are, back in Logris. It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act? Cuckoo!
I'd be careful teasing her if I were you. You know how she can get.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
Is
Oh my
Inominat's
God.
book so difficult? Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it. Some modest records on its
I'm not
grammar and
sure if
structure
there's an actual
survive,
language like that, but it would
but
sound
none that say how to read
extremely
the emotion
annoying.
the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
In any case, it sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
Yep, sounds like a very annoying language. Sounds even, like, annoying to write it, because you have to, you know, get like understand the emotion, and the words can have different meanings based on the emotion. It sounds extremely difficult to even write it. Then even more so to understand it. Go ahead and save. Back for the cuckoo.
Man, the capital sure is big.
Yeah, with historical buildings and artisans and all, there's much of interest here for a boy who loves to learn.
Uh-huh.
Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
I know, I was just saying.
You look like travelers. I have some good news for you. The restrictions on travel to the Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon. The road's opening back up!
So, that's the latest word on the streets?
Aldina Plains.
I see what you did there.
I try to liven things up around here.
Well, ever since Lord Artorius became the Shepherd, demon attacks have gone down. The world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Halaves are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Salt was destroyed by the demon blight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the Abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kinda gotten me all nervous again. If you hear any other scary stories, let me know, please.
I've got one with fresh blood, melted bodies. Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive.
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such a drag.
Wait! That doll one sounded really cool!
Tempting with the lies. Is this what I think?
What's with this crowd?
Modulu's troupe just put on a real show. Man, it was the best. Her dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Wow, the Modulu?
Surely you mean Mogilu. Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
No, we're talking about Majulu, not Mogilu.
Yeah, no Mogilu.
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Modulu.
Just watching the beauty of her dance.
We've seen her before, I believe.
I feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay in the world.
Sounds like a pretty cheerful act she has.
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff! She's just trying to pass off as Mogilu's menagerie and profit from our good name!
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
I was planning on getting started eventually, but now this con artist comes along and ruins everything!
I can't just ignore that, you know.
The sauce outfit.
You did great
The
today,
belly
Modulu.
dancer
I
outfit.
loved it.
Thank you so much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go. I'll work hard to do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me.
Modulu's teacher is a dancer named Balta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world. But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Modulu was working hard to carry out his dream.
So, you're Mogilu then?
I am. My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact. And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh? And how do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes. That's just what I was hoping for.
Lulu, don't go around picking petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
You should know better. If you have the energy to spare spitting vitriol at people, you should refocus that anger into moving your body. If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Yes, sir. You're right. Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
Dude, that.
It's no matter.
Bro, that's funny.
What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good. Then let's head back and practice some more.
He seems strict.
He does. But keep in mind that Balta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict, but only because he believes in her.
You sure know an awful lot about them.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
A teacher and his student, chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have. That's why I think it's high time for Magilou's Menagerie to put on a show. And for our act, we'll be a comedy duo.
Comedy? Where'd you get that idea?
You heard me propose a challenge to little Majalou, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. You couldn't have seen this coming.
Well, you could act like you feel a little bad at least. Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy like jump through a ring of fire, but I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead. With comedy, I can take control of the stage and keep things lively. I can feed you the audience on a platter.
But going on the same stage as Majalou, it's too much to handle.
Oh, I can't wait to take her down a peg or two.
How is that
I'm
any
out.
different?
I don't even know why you're bothering. It's hopeless.
It's not hopeless. Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough. What better opportunity do we have to get started than now? After all, people will come thinking we're Majalou's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want.
Stealing.
Keep throwing
The
out
witch.
such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
The only thing getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
What? Keep your compliments to yourself.
This plan might sound dumb, but more money never hurts.
Eisen, not you too.
Then it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs. I've got an in with all the stage directors in town. For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have. Everybody?
Even me?
Certainly. Each one of you is a part of Magilou's Menagerie, after all.
I'm not so sure about this.
Expedition returned, and something else over here. So let's see.
I knew this would be big. What a treasure!
Portrait of the Three Guardians, a work of stained glass art obtained on Canino Island, also known as the Island of Three Seasons. The glass emits a subtle, soothing light. I'm not sure if those are characters from the previous Tale games or not. They seem like they would. So,
Scout
don't know.
ships.
But let's check our treasures, because I think there was one I did not read.
Oh, that's a fine piece.
Yeah, so... Okay. So a painting salvage from the wreck drifted into on the Azraz Seas. The landscape depicts a tower of rebirth and a castle in the sky, the pair symbolic of unity between heaven and earth. Not gonna lie, that castle in the sky reminds me of Sword Art Online. I don't know if that's a reference in a way, but if it is, pretty cool.
Children's
Some
clothes.
little dialogue you can read from
More
them.
odd junk, huh?
I don't know why they're just now talking about the treasures like
pendant.
this. We can read them.
Nothing of any worth to me.
She's so pretty.
I'm not gonna read this. I'm not really interested in it, but you guys can, like, you know, pause it and read it if you would like.
Could it really be?
So yeah, those are the treasures we got currently. But with all that being shown and everything, I think I'm going to end this one off here since we're right up on the time. So in the next part, we'll explore, you know, that other exclamation mark that's over there. And then we'll make our way towards Tabitha, I believe her name is, the Bloodwings headquarters. We'll go there and see what she wants to do. And then we still got to see if that demon in the capital, whenever we killed that high priest and we ran into that other demon, we need to see if that's Therian, because if that is, we'll take it. So with all that being said, see you guys in the next one. Peace.